Now let's take a look at some of the satellite pictures and animations of the landslide. Yang Zhao will explain how the landslide engulfed Xinmo village.
You're now looking at the satellite image shot before the massive landslide. The village, with over 60 houses and a river to its south, can be clearly seen in this picture. But early in the morning on Saturday, after days of heavy rain, huge rocks and trees were swept down the mountain with a massive force onto the village. The landslide mass created a huge alluvial fan, engulfing the village on the foot of the mountain and the people in it. This house on the edge of the village just escaped from being completely destroyed, but next to it is an area where nothing has been left. The landslide didn't stop at the village, but continued down into the river, creating a barrier lake. Rescuers believe that some houses and people were pushed by the landslide across the river to the other side. The search area has been enlarged to both banks of the river. Yang Zhao, CGTN.
Let's get you an update now. CGTN's Liu Yang joins us from Sichuan. Liu Yang, what's the latest from the ongoing rescue operations after that devastating landslide in Sichuan?
Hi there. I think in your background video you have introduced enough background about this landslide, and for the cause of the landslide, I have Professor Mr. Su. Introduce yourself, please.
Thank you. My name is Li Junsu, and I'm a professor from the Institute of Mountain Hazards and Environment, Chinese Academy of Sciences.
So tell us, Professor, tell us more about the cause of this massive landslide. And many of the experts I've spoken to, and they said that they've never seen this before happen in China.
All right, and this landslide mainly is caused by the continuous rainfall from the early of this month. And the rock slides on top of the slope initially is not very stable. And under the condition of the rainfall, and it's moved down, and it pushed the deposits at a lower position, and then they moved together to the around the river level, and part of the river was blocked. And
part of the river was blocked.
Yeah.
So basically, the massive force pushed all 62 households, their houses, to the other side of the river.
Yes.
Is that what you mean? Okay.
Yeah. And some of the houses were pushed to the other sides of the river, and some of the debris also reached the other side of the river bank, and we can see some signs on the other slope, and at around 20 meter something position, there are still have some mud on the trees. Yeah.
So and we know that you arrived today, right?
Yeah.
Last night. Yesterday afternoon. And what's your main purpose of checking all the situation here?
I entered here early this morning, and we just walk on the boundary of this deposition, and we measured the GPS points along the boundary, and we are trying to measure the area of the deposition area, and also we measured the height of the landslides, and estimated the width. Yeah, and we also collect some soil samples, and when we coming back, we will conduct some tests to measure the properties of the soil here.
So we know that there are still 93 people remain missing, and the local authorities released a list of the people who are still missing. And I checked it this morning. It's really heartbreaking. The oldest is around 80 years old, and the youngest is just 3 years old. And as we just talked, do you think there's still a slice of hope for the people still buried?
Currently, from the condition right here, I just can say it is very difficult, the condition here, because all the houses are buried by debris, by soil and rocks, and there is not much air under the deposits. So that is the main problem.
So what it meant is that all the debris is a combination of boulders, mud, and dirt.
Yeah.
So this probably is a slice of hope for these people. But I know we're still, we have hope. For all these rescuers, over 3,000 rescuers are still working on site. And I talked to one of the rescuers, and he said he haven't slept for 30 hours. And I asked him why. You can just take a break for 2 hours, 4 hours. You have other workers who can still working on site. And he said, one of his friends was buried underneath, and he thinks he still have chance to survive. Thank you very much. Thank you. And the other expert we have here is Mr. Yu. Introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, I'm from the State Administration of Work Safety, China. Yeah, we arrived the landslide site. Yeah,
Okay.
Last night.
I think one of the equipment we just found out is it's like a yellow, outside is yellow color, but it's a radar. You just said.
Yeah, yeah. The whole system we call it slope synthetic aperture radar.
So what's the purpose of using this radar here? And I noticed that right here is targeting the slope to the top of the mountain. What's the purpose of this?
Yeah, we use the radar system to monitor the deformation of the slope. Yeah, to detect the displacement if any place deformed. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the task. Yeah, we use the deformation data to evaluate the stability of the slope. So if it is unstable, we can tell the rescue people to go the safety place.
To evacuate immediately, because when you check, you find the data is jump up and down.
A larger deformation.
So that means the situation is not stable, right?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Yu, and stay safe. Thank you very much for answering our question. I have another question, actually. So in your professional career, have you seen this landslide before in this huge scale?
Yeah, this is the largest landslide I have seen in my professional career.
Okay. So about the radar detector, about this radar, is this only can be used for just for the landslide? Can it use for other situation?
Yeah, it can be used in other field, like slope in open pit mine, open pit mine and tailings dam and other slope. I can say all the slope can be monitored.
All slope can be monitored.
Yeah. Slope.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Back to you, studio.